There's a proper way to crimp these connectors, and it starts with where you place the wire. These front wings are for the conductor, and these rear wings are for the insulation. If you don't place the wire correctly before crimping, you're doing it wrong. I like creating 3-pin connectors for my PIR motion sensors. I just feel like it works better. So I'll go ahead and show you how I do it. I'm stripping the very tip of a 22 gauge wire that I will insert into my pin connector, crimp, and then put the housing on for a nice, durable, reusable wire. You only have to cut off a very small piece at the tip. And what I like to do is lay the wire up against the pin connector. Remember, at the beginning of the video, I showed you that the rear wing only wraps around the insulation while the front wing only wraps around the bare wire. And this is a small transition area between the wire crimp and the male pin section. If the wire extends too far into this area, it could prevent proper crimp compression or prevent full seating into the plastic housing. I like to use 22 gauge solid wire for this over stranded wire because it fits these connectors perfectly, and in my projects it has a little bit of bend to it without feeling really weak. So ideally we want our wire to be about right here, where the back wings cover the insulation and the front wings cover only the wire. Now it's time to crimp our connector. I like to put my connector in the crimper first. Just get a look at it, make sure it's straight. I'm using a Molex crimper. I would not pay $73 for it, but it is an excellent crimper and it's very sturdy. Now that I know where my wire should sit in reference to the wings of the pin connector, I'm going to slide the wire through the pin connector as I'm holding it with the crimper. And I want to push it. I push it all the way through sometimes and then pull it back just so that the bare wire is at the tip or near the end there of the front pair of wings. Then I squeeze the crimper. Then I slide the pin connector back and I crimp the front pair of wings that's over the bare wire. And I pull it out, see how I did. It looks good. As you can see, the insulation comes right up to the edge of the front pair of wings, but it doesn't go beyond that. And our wire is the exact length of the front pair of wings, so I call this a win. Once you practice this a couple times, it's a lot quicker. As you can see here, this is a fine job. And what I like to do is go to the next size down and lightly crimp it again. You don't want to over crimp because then it makes the metal all twisted and gnarly. So we're just going to crimp both wings again. And when I crimp, I don't want to crimp too far forward. I don't want to crimp over the tip of it because then it won't fit in the housing and you have to do it all over again. You just want to crimp the area over the wings. And you can see it looks a little tighter. I'm going to go to the smallest setting here and then, not go crazy with it, but crimp it again, tighten it up a little bit. And that's how I do it. So when you're done, it should look something like this right here. Next thing we'll do is put the plastic housing over the connector. One side of the connector has a wider hole than the other side. The wide hole is where the connector goes through. The smaller hole is where the connector tip comes out. Sometimes these have an arrow that show you which way to put the connector in. This one does not, so I'll just add my own arrow. This connector goes through the housing in this direction. If you've crimped it correctly and you haven't smashed the metal, you'll hear a snap, just like that right there. And it should slide right in. You should hear a click. You should feel it click. And you should be able to tug it and it will not come off. And that right there is how you do it. Here's a female connector. I'll do it real quick. I won't do it as detailed, but you do line up the front wings with the conductor, the wire, and the back wings wrap around the insulation. We got the female connector in the crimper. We'll put the wire through it. We'll line the conductor, the wire up with the front pair of wings. We'll crimp the back set of wings around the insulation. And instead of crimping the front, I'll go ahead and show you what I got. You can see that it's a good crimp, and with the female connectors, you don't want to push the wire too far into this section because it can interfere or prevent a receiving pin from making a good connection. You can see from the thumbnail picture that not only is this wire crimped too far into the connector, but the wire itself goes above the connector so it wouldn't make a good connection with the receiving pin. I'm not even sure you could get the plastic housing over this. While the wire on the right has a good crimp over the insulation and over the wire, making for good contact, it also leaves this space unobstructed for a good contact with the receiving pin. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the crimp a little bit. I don't want to over crimp, but I do want to tighten up the connection a bit. Now I'm going to put these in a 3-pin connector housing. I like to use these for the PIR motion sensors because it's 3-pin and I don't have a chance to use these very often. So I'm going to slide it in here and you should hear it click. There we go. If it's done and everything works perfectly, you should hear a click. You should hear a click for this one. Sometimes you don't hear one. And then we'll do the red one here for the power. And then there's our final product. See, that one has an arrow on it. The other one didn't, but this one does. And we'll go ahead and put it on the motion sensor. I like these 3-pin housings on the motion sensor because they're kind of hard to get on and off. They stay really well and have a good connection. So there you go. All done. Now it's time to test it out. Every time it detects motion, you should see that little light flash 5 times. And it looks like everything works great. So if you found this helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again with another video.